I'm Jordan Rayner, and this is the Word Before Work. Today we're reading from Luke 5:15 through 16. Here's what it says. Yet the news about Jesus spread all the more, so that crowds of people came to hear him and to be healed of their sicknesses. But Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Over the past few devotionals in this series, we've been studying when and why Jesus said no, while drawing out applications for our own lives today. Today, we're looking at the most common thing Jesus said no to during his time on earth: the relentless human demands for more. All throughout the New Testament, all throughout the gospel biographies, we see people clamoring for more and more of Jesus, more of his healing, more of his miracles, more of his teaching, and most of all, more of his precious time. But over and over again, Jesus said no, choosing instead to withdraw to lonely places to pray and to rest. Today's passage is just one of dozens of nearly identical moments in the Gospels in which Jesus turned his back on the demands for more. When you view these verses in their entirety, you see that Jesus had a staggering amount of margin in his work and very little sense of urgency. This insight becomes even more compelling when you consider the fact that Jesus knew in his early 30s that his death was imminent. So, given his limited time on earth, why wasn't Jesus in more of a hurry? Why was he so consistent in saying no to demands on his time and on his energy? I believe there are three answers to that question. First, Jesus needed communion with the Father. Many times when the gospel writers tell us that Jesus went away to a solitary place, it also tells us that he went away to pray. Secondly, being both fully God and fully man, Jesus needed rest. See Mark 6:31-32. But I think there's a third reason why Jesus said no so frequently. I think Jesus wanted to model what healthy work looks like for us, whose lives look so very different from the one who we say that we follow. Unlike Jesus, our lives have such little margin today. We're addicted to this idea of more. We have fallen for one of the enemy's great lies that more activity, more roles, more commitments, and more responsibility equals more impact. Here, Jesus offers us a better way. In order to do our most exceptional work and live our most engaged lives, we need to get in the habit of creating boundaries around our time, saying no to the relentless demands that we do more faster. We need to more closely align our lives with the example and the model of Christ, who encourages us to say no far more often for our own good, for the glory of God, and for the good of others. Today's devotional only scratches the surface of how God's Word connects to our work. If you want to go deeper, sign up for my free 20-day devotional called The Word Before Work Foundations at twbwfoundations.com. These email devotionals are designed to help you gain a rich understanding of the biblical narrative of work, how exactly your work matters for eternity, and what those truths mean for how we ought to work today. Sign up right now, again, totally free at twbwfoundations.com.